Hi! Before we go over the answers for practice sheet 1.10, I'd like to congratulate you for completing more than half of Arabic for Church Part 1. So keep it up and well done. We're looking at letters Fa and Qaf, and this is an extract from a hymn that we sing during the Eucharist. So any Mass around the year, you can sing this hymn when people go to take the Eucharist. This is one of the hymns, of many hymns that we sing. So let's look for a Fa or a Qaf in A. We don't know this one. We know this is a Ba connected. This is a Dal connected. And this is the letter Fa. And also you can see the connector over here. We haven't learned this one or that one. Remember, this is not a tight tab because it doesn't have the two dots. In B, we've learned this one, the letter Ain, and the letter Sin, and this is another Fa. We know this is an Alif with a Hamza. We haven't learned this one yet. This is the Alif Maqsura, and this is the same letter as this. We're going to learn this letter in 1.13. So I'm going to read them out to you and see if you recognize any of the sounds that come at the end of words. أي حب قد تكلف ذلك الفادي الإله باتضاع ليس يوصف جاء من أعلى سماه. So in exercise 2, we're going to start with A. This is letter, as in letters of the alphabet. In Arabic, it's harf. Harf. So we're looking for a letter Fa. It needs to have one dot, it needs to start with a circle, and it needs to be flat. So let's see. The first one is a Qaf. It's got two dots, and it's round at the bottom. This one has one dot, okay, but it's not flat, and it doesn't have the little circle at the beginning. So we cross these off, and we go for the middle one, the letter Fa. The second one, right, as in a noun, like civil rights. Here, haq, haq. Now you might wonder why I have two consonant sounds here, qa, qa. What the shadda here, this diacritic you see at the top, what the shadda does is that it doubles the letter, the consonant letter it falls on. So the consonant sound qa is doubled by a shadda. But when you hear it, you don't hear it doubled, haq. Only one qa sound. Now, to understand this better, think of vowels as joints. So the vowels are what decides when you have a syllable. So here, when I say haq, it's one syllable, haq. Now, we only hear the second qaf if there is more afterwards. For example, if I want to say my right, I say haqqi, haqqi. That's two sounds qaf. So the consonant sounds generally, they're rigid, they're like the bones, and the vowels are like the joints. That doesn't mean that we don't have consonant clusters, so we don't have consecutive consonants. If you look at harf here, we have rf, harf. So we can have consonant clusters, we have them in English and in Arabic, but in the case of the same consonant, which the shadda does, we only pronounce the second consonant if there is a vowel sound afterwards or if there's a linking of some kind. So haq and haqqi. But I like to put them here double even though the pronunciation is only one qa, so that you know there's a shadda here, and if there is another sound afterwards, you're going to pronounce two. Okay, so the qaf is snake charmer's basket, so it can't be any of these two, even though the ta has two dots and the fa starts with a round shape. So we're going to cross these off and go with the last option, the connected qaf with a shadda on top. Now let's look at C. Above in Arabic is فوق. We're looking for an isolated qaf. This can't be it. We need 2 dots. And we know this is a dad, so I don't know what it's doing here. So that's our qaf. This is the qaf we go for. Now we're going to write those letters in. The first one is isolated, so I'm going to write it here. It's going to be flat on the line. So it goes like this, and make sure your corners are not very sharp. So here, the corner here and here, they're not sharp corners. Most of the corners in Arabic are not that sharp. And now we're going to look for the second one, haq. With 2 dots, and فوق. I'm going to try and make it round, more round here. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with these. So let's say the words together. حرف, حق, فوق. So in part 1.10, if you notice, we started looking or grouping letters not according to shape. So we've run out of letters that look exactly the same. So these 2 letters have one thing in common, which is the little circle at the beginning, but then they finish the shape differently. Fa has a base stretched over the line, whereas qaf is touching the line with 1 point. Qaf has a more of a snake charmer's basket shape, deep and narrow. Or of course, fa has 1 dot, qaf has 2 dots, and the shapes affect the elevation. So you see the connector in fa is on the line, whereas with qaf is above the line. And in the isolated form, qaf is above the line, touching the line with a point at 1 point. So this is it for feedback 1.10. Now you're ready to do the quiz. I hope you get a full mark.